Guard boat. I mean, there was literal stepping and fetching and groveling and bowing down and cutting engines when they even drove by at 300, 400 yards away. And I would say, I've never seen this before. I've been deep sea fishing and bay fishing all over Texas and other parts of the country. And they said, yeah, if you don't cut your engines when they come around anywhere, then they board you and get in your face now. And literally these men would just drive by in these black uniforms, just bugging their eyes out at a little charter boat with two guys on it. I mean, it is letting you know you're a slave. Now, while all of this is going on, Mexico in 3 years has 40+ thousand dead, 5,000 dead on this side, so 45,000. There have been gunfights, gun battles. Newspapers, TV stations have been threatened here. In the Brownsville, McAllen, Kingsville, South Padre area. They admit they won't report on it now. And a lot of people, instead of getting angry at the Mexican cartels and mad at the Mexican government and its expansionist aims, which is really funny, you've got a collapsing, failed state that for 40 years has taught in the schools that our own State Department has financed, and the Ford Foundation as well. We've shown these on air, that the Southwest belongs to Mexico and that it's going to be a racial kingdom for Hispanics, when Hispanics, whites, blacks are all completely integrating and getting along in business and general life and intermarrying. I mean, but it doesn't matter. You've got America that's been taught to be anti-national sovereignty, lowering our immune system to foreign powers, okay, and to cultural assimilation and domination. They're not assimilating into the republic or the free market or the Second Amendment culture. No, Mexico, and this is taught in public. This was taught at Anderson High School. I went to high school a couple years in Dallas, a couple in Austin. This was taught, and I'm going to get to the news here in a minute. This was taught here in Austin, Texas, 20 years ago when I was in high school. And it was taught by my white history teacher and by my white art teacher that America was bad, it belonged to Mexico, and that soon the Southwest would be Aslan. Because it's all Ford Foundation programming. And we were taken to UT, the art class, and taught all this stuff. And I stood up and said, I'm not putting up with this. You know, Mexico does all these horrible things to immigrants and, you know, and as a kleptocracy. I got up this morning and saw the Monitor, the McAllen Monitor, and it says Spanish class riles parents. And, of course, it was Glenn Beck that broke this. You're not going to see this broken in a local newspaper. And it goes on to say Glenn Beck, the father, played the video. The school's defending it. We're going to get this up at Infowars.com. TheMonitor.com has the video. And I'm going to get Kurt Nemo of it. Let's ask Kurt to post this right now. Spanish class riles parents. Then you read it. They are taught Mexican history in the Spanish class. They're taught America stole all the land. That's the real issue. It's Mexican government Ford Foundation. Why would the big elite banks, private foundation want this? It's to break up America. You know, they're going to wreck Mexico with divide and conquer. They're going to wreck us with it as well. And it goes on to say that they give the Spanish national anthem and pledge allegiance to Mexico. But it goes further, ladies and gentlemen. This is taught everywhere. This is taught in Illinois. This is taught in New York. If your class is 20% Spanish speaking, it's taught. And I've seen a lot of Puerto Ricans and others that have shot video that are offended by it. They're like, number one, I'm from Brazil or I'm from Puerto Rico. I'm not Mexican. But when you take a Spanish class now, you're taught you are now a Mexican. This is Mexico. It's because Mexico is one of the most nationalistic countries in the world, which I'm not saying that's a bad thing at the end of the day. America used to be like that. America's, very macho, but so is Mexico. And now America's been taught, we've seen it all over the country where you can't wear an American flag on your Old Navy shirt. Hispanic kids can't in San Francisco. They're kicked out. You've seen the American flags torn down at post offices and private businesses and Mexican flags run up and the American flag stomped on because it's taught in the schools. We'll be right back with more of this report. Stay with us.
Hemp HempUSA.org has a revolutionary wonder food for detoxing the body and rebuilding the immune system. Microplant powder can help unclog arteries and soften heart valves while removing heavy metals, virus, fungus, bacteria, and parasites. Plus, it cleans and purifies the blood, lungs, stomach, and colon. Keep your body clean with Microplant powder. Visit us at HempUSA.org or call 908-691-2608 today.
Hi, this is Ted Anderson. Have you ever wondered why banks, stockbrokers, investment advisors won't talk about gold IRAs? They've been available since 1986, yet the financial industry won't recognize the value of gold for your retirement. Gold has outperformed paper investments, yet no word about IRAs. If you would like to have gold for your retirement, call 800-686-2237. Don't get left behind by rising inflation and low returns. Call 800-686-2237. Secure your future and call 1-800-686-2237.
There are limitless ways to go into business for yourself, but most involve substantial capital and risk. Our InfoWarsTeam.com operation is different. We promote premium quality health, energy, and skincare products using dynamic, caring personalities and state-of-the-art media technology to spread a powerful message of health, wealth, longevity, and freedom. This low-cost business opportunity is designed for full-time or part-time, so you can work as little or as much as you'd like. It is you that defines the reward level. Whether you are seeking a few hundred extra dollars per month or a 6 or even 7-figure annual income, it's up to you. Want to find out more? Shoot an email with Infowars Team in the subject line to Infowars Team Coordinator MZ and tell him a little bit about yourself. That's the initials MZ at InfoWarsTeam.com. That's MZ at InfoWarsTeam.com. I only promote products that I truly believe in, and these are phenomenal. Whatever you do, visit InfoWarsTeam.com. This is Alex Jones with 5 good reasons you should consider buying a solar power generator. Number 1, new climate legislation could easily double or triple your electric bill. Number 2, our new energy czar wants to control how much power your electric company allows you to have. It's true. Total government control of electricity in the name of smart grid technology is coming. Number 3, in some areas of the country, the power grid is dangerously overloaded. And now new socialist legislation is only compounding the problem. Number 4, dangerous weather is always a threat to local grids. Every year, thousands of families lose their power from weather-related outages. Number 5, a solar power generator provides powerful backup insurance and peace of mind. Folks, I really believe in the solar power generators offered by Solutions from Science, one of my oldest sponsors. You can get more information at www.mysolarbackup.com. That's mysolarbackup.com. Remember, the government doesn't own the sun, so go to mysolarbackup.com or call 1-877-327-0365. Our rights as individuals to freely purchase dietary supplements over the counter are under constant attack. The globalists want to ban all supplements formulated after 1994. Governments are hoarding raw materials, affecting our ability to purchase these products at a reasonable price. Even organic foods are stripped of nutrients due to overuse of soil and compromised growing conditions. Storable foods are essential, but you also need to make sure you have the nutrients you need to stay healthy during emergencies. Go to survivalrx.com today and see the amazing line of storable supplements they have to protect the ones you love. The owners of survivalrx.com have been in sports nutrition for over a decade, and they realize the need for long-term storable vitamins. The result is a triple nitrogen flushing method, which allows these vitamins to maintain their strength for decades. Again, go to survivalrx.com. That's survivalrx.com. Breaking news today that is new news to new listeners, but not to our longtime faithful listeners that understand we know what we're talking about. I've written the articles. I have covered it. I've had the inside guest on. And Fox News today had Daryl Issa on. And the article is at Fox News. We're going to get linked up at Infowars.com. But I also want to get Watson to write a more detailed article pointing to our older articles that pointed all this out, that Bush was involved in Operation Gunrunner. It just was not called Fast and Furious, and Bush was not, the Bush administration was then not using it to go after the Second Amendment. They were just shipping guns This is now confirmed. We're going to put it on screen for you if you're watching at prisonplanet.tv. This is now confirmed, but we already knew it. Just like I already told you years ago that when I went to public school, and I've confirmed it across the country, they teach that the Southwest is Mexico and white people are evil. That's only done so the globalists can break up the United States and play Hispanic stuff against whites. They do not want us recognizing the real enemy, the globalists. I mean, it's very elementary. Just like the globalists are balkanizing Mexico by financing all the major cartels to kill each other. It's come out that the ATF has shipped guns to Sinaloa, Los Zetas, the cartel, as it's called, and other subgroups. They shipped them the guns directly. They only had a few gun walking programs on video with their own agents as well to demonize the Second Amendment. That, as I said yesterday, is the raw meat to the lions, as a Colonel Schaefer would put it. Or I likened it yesterday on the nightly news that I did via Skype last night with Aaron Dykes to a mockingbird. If you don't live around the state bird of Texas, most states have mockingbirds. They'll build nests in low bushes or small trees. And if you get anywhere near it when you're mowing the yard or watering plants or fixing something, they'll flop around the ground, act like their wing is broken. They ought to win Academy Awards. And they don't want you getting near their babies that have hatched or near their eggs. And then they'll start dive bombing you as well. A lot of other bird species will do it. But that's all that it was coming out in federal court 6-7 months ago that the CIA was allowing with 8 other federal agencies, ATF, DEA, Border Patrol, Customs, ICE, Homeland Security over it. They were allowing drugs to be shipped in and they were shipping guns out. That's always been going on. This is just Iran-Contra. Again, Iran-Contra wasn't new. Fast and Furious isn't new. It's just a new name because Obama was going to also then try to blame it on the Second Amendment when it was a globalist destabilization program in Mexico. And so there's Darrell Issa on Fox News going, Bush was involved. You notice I'm the only one that's been saying for months, Darrell Issa can't go after Obama. That's why he came out and said, look, Holder, Attorney General, I know you perjured yourself. Say it was a mistake or we're going to have to move to indict your butt. This is what you got to come in. You got to come in and say it was a mistake. People said, why is he giving him that out? Because it will bring down the entire system. Who do you think runs America? 6 mega banks that openly launder and run the drug money. They run the aircraft. They've been caught from pillar to post, from beginning to end. In the entire chain, in the entire control system. And we're trying to dig up the video. Rob saw it this morning and found the Fox News article, but we're trying to dig up the video on YouTube so we can have it tonight on the nightly news or maybe even on the show later today with this Fox News saying this goes back to Bush. And now you're going to see a lot of Republicans go, well, you can't blame Bush. Here's my guns. Just like they like Mitt Romney, who's for gun control, abortion, carbon taxes, supports John P. Holdren, wrote the Obamacare health care. Republicans don't care about saving America. That is mainline country club Republicans. They care about feeling like they're part of the power structure while they get gang raped by the New World Order. They live in a delusional land like lobotomized monkeys. Same thing with Democrats. They don't care if Obama's torturing, launching wars, is a warlord attacking Africa, as we predicted 3 years ago in Obama deception, as long as they get to feel like they're winners and put his bumper sticker on. It's like a Cowboys fan. I was talking to a guy yesterday who's a big football fan. He was telling me all the famous football players he knows and how he's got all these signed helmets and how it's his whole life to him. And I couldn't even bring it to him saying, you're like a child, sir, who's been given all these fake wars and fake tribes to love. There's a reason you love it so much, because it's what you would have been as a man, warring for liberty and freedom in the Infowars and physically if need be. As the founders said, even if you're aware of everything and fight for liberty, you probably can't keep it. But we're a nation of naive men and women. Now, I just distracted off myself into this whole Darrell Issa thing, because that's breaking, and there's just so much coming in, but we'll cover that more. But this, in fact, I'm going to talk about it more later. I'm going to talk about Fast and Furious the bottom of the next hour. I want to get into this, the Mexican Pledge of Allegiance.
The Empire's on the run. Alex Jones and the GCN Radio Network.
You can bet your life on eFoods Direct. Alex has told you about the amazing, great-tasting, long-term storable food from eFoods Direct and how a food savings account is your best insurance against natural disasters, job loss, and high food costs. But did you know that this dehydrated food also protects you against foodborne contaminants like E. coli and salmonella? Those poisonous critters can't live in low-moisture food from eFoods Direct. Ask for the Alex Fall Special. The Fall Special is a 24-day supply of food in a convenient portable container. A $259 value for only $199. Save $60 on 160 servings of the best food on the planet. Call 800-409-5633 and ask for the Alex Fall Special and go to efoodsdirect.com/Alex. Call 24 hours, 800-409-5633 or efoodsdirect.com.